What's good, people? Uncle Hotep back at it again. How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday. You know, there's fires popping off in California. People say it's climate change. Climate's always changing. that's the gag. But anyway, I'm back on the route. And of course, they have an article that I must touch on, and you can see it for itself. The video of the man saving the rabbit, it captures everything wrong with whiteness in 30 seconds. Now, if you have there was some wildfire going on, and somebody captures, rescues a rabbit. A wild rabbit, jackrabbit, or something like that. They have jackrabbits in California. I remember I was in Texas. I seen jackrabbits. I'm like, what the hell is that? You know, that was back in my San Antonio days. But this has come from Damon Young. You know, the absolute shine. I can't. I'm not sure it's possible to create a viral video better than the one of the California man jumping out of his car to save a bunny rabbit from the raging wildfires. It feels too saccharine, too perfect, to even be scripted, as it contains every element necessary for social media sharing and bouts of spontaneous verklempt. What the f***, man? Sometimes y'all just use words whatever. It's basically peak BuzzFeed. Peak BuzzFeed is peak Root, or peak Very Smart Brothers, David. To wit, you have to have a selfless and reckless act of bravery, a backdrop that mirrors everything from the hell in Constantine, a fucking bunny rabbit, a freaking chase of a bunny rabbit, hell's flames nip at its cute whittle bunny ears. The man was basically Jesus saving the bunny from eternal damnation. And when you see a video of Jesus snatching a bunny from the devil's grasp, the least you could do is share it on your timeline with hearts emoji. It also may be the whitest thing I've ever seen. And these eyes have seen the pinnacles of whiteness, including a pretzel and a pepperoni casserole at a holiday potluck when I was a teacher, and the peak Appalachian tailgates outside of Heinz Fields whenever Kenny Chesney is in town. Why were you tailgating at a Kenny Chesney concert, Mr. Damon Young? But not only is it the whitest thing I've ever seen this week, it managed to synopsize everything problematic about white people on both a macro and a micro level in 30 seconds. The clip does just such a great job at articulating whiteness that it should have won a MacArthur Genius Grant. Look at him. Look at him. After a few nail biting sessions. Yo, this is hilarious. I've never seen this. There he is. He got the rabbit. He got Bugs. Come here, Bugs. Look at him. The rabbit is rescued. Oh, there we go. Although the fires raging in Southern California were apparently sparked by downed power lines, they've become so massive and devouring because of the uncharacteristically hot, dry weather that region has experienced this year. Conditions able to exist because of the thing that entire political party has agreed to refuse believes exists. Again, you know, the Earth has been here for millions of years, and if you think the Earth's climate has been the same for millions of years, you're a total idiot. From Time magazine, and this guy puts a synopsis from Time to tell why it's climate change. I'm not going to pretend I understand something as complex as global warming, especially though I still even understand why my toaster heats Pop-Tarts up quicker than Eggos. But I do know that colonialism and aggressive industrialism have an adverse effect on our environment, and I also know that this is a byproduct of manifest destiny and an existential edict ingrained in white people. Whatever they believe, everything belongs to them. Nothing is off limits, not the rainforest, not your land, not your hair sitting on top of your head, and that apocalyptic hellscape was executive produced by the same company and brought us timeless classics such as transatlantic slave trade and gerrymandering and redlining and other innocuous sounding terms for really fucked up things, and The Help. Damon, you watch too many movies. Well, let's not forget about the big picture issues for the moment. Instead, let's focus on the actual act. It was brave, it was fearless, it was valiant. It was altruistic. It was everything good about humanity, but when witnessing the act and the fawning over the bunny rescue, I can't help juxtaposing the feelings expressed about this bunny with feelings generally expressed when black people are in grave danger. Of course, I'm not suggesting that Caleb Wadnan, the man who saved the rabbit, wouldn't have done the same thing if he saw a helpless black toddler out there strolling around. For all I know, Wadnan might have only saved the rabbit because he was on the way to a Black Lives Matter. A rabbit in South California chapter's mascot. Maybe he took the rabbit home and named it Denmark Vesey. I don't know. You know whether it's rabbits, cats, dogs, horses, cows, sloths, chickens, spiders, birds, elephants, penguins, polar bears, monkeys, whales, eels, elephants, velociraptors, whatever. The lives and well-being of animals seem to be considered by many white Americans much more precious and much more deserving protection and care than the lives of black people. Shit, I have no doubt that if aliens somehow landed in Brooklyn, New York, and they were shot on sight, there'd be more white people upset about that than Tamir Rice. Actually, forget about the analogy. It's too far-fetched on the realistics, because we all know the only way they'd be shot on sight is if they had cornrows. Now, I read this article because this backs my claim that, that some people don't seem to understand about Black America. It's the reason you call blacks, Black Lives Matter and everything racist, and it's not true, because the reason you call that because they're mad. They're mad not because they hate you. They're mad because they don't love you. You know what I mean? Damon is saying that this guy loved the bunny rabbit, but if it was a toddler out there, he wouldn't save it. And he's saying white folks will save animals before they save your black ass. That's what he's saying on a general level. Now, my thing is, what's wrong with them? What's wrong with that premise? This is what black folks don't understand. You know what I mean? Why are you insisting on hoping one day white folks will love you just like they love their children? This is what they're insisting on. This is what Damon Young is insisting on. Now, if you flipped it, what would the black person do? We know what would you do. They save them white folks. They save them every time. Screw that rabbit. They'll eat the rabbit. But the white folks, they'll say the white folks. And just because it's not reciprocated, Damon Young feels hurt. He feels upset. He thinks this is peak whiteness. If whiteness is caring about other things, including yourself, like animals and whatnot, what's the problem with it? You know what I mean? We need peak blackness, caring about each other. I keep saying it, let Pharaoh go. And Damon Young and these shines at very smart brothers, they refuse to do it. Like, you're implying that because they see you as their equal or love you as they love themselves, there's something wrong with that. To them. Maybe that's perfectly fine to them. I think black culture, black people have to correct how they view things. That's the issue. I don't think you can sit there and wait on people to change. If it happens naturally, it's fine. But for them to love animals more than your black ass or my black ass, it doesn't bother me none. I almost expect it. You know what I mean, Damon? You got to ask yourself these questions, man, and stop crying about whiteness every 25 minutes. You're embarrassing. Anyway, this is Uncle Hotep. Talk to y'all later.